Gemini, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the week of February 26th through March 3rd. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy today, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit for the week ahead. And if you're watching this during the week, it still applies. You could be feeling these energies for the next couple of weeks, okay? Let's pull your energy in for the tarot spread itself. We're going to talk briefly about it. Then we'll clarify, okay? I also have two pre-shuffled oracle messages from decks over here that you see on display. So if you're curious, you like what you see, you can buy these through the links in the description box. Woo! Ooh, we have the Empress with the Hierophant and the Six of Cups, Gemini. You may have a very, very beautiful commitment, marriage, soul bond, going through a rebirth, a new level of expression this week in the bond. Let's see. Gemini. Overall general energy for the week, Gemini. What have we got going on here? Thank you for tuning in today, for sharing this space with me as I pause. Thank you. I appreciate your energy, your time, all the love. I feel it, and I send it right back to you. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Geminis tuning in. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, okay. Nine of Cups. Overall general energy for the week. Happy. Satisfied. Fulfilled. We'll see. We'll look deeper, though, and see what that's about. Knight of Swords. You're going after it. A lot of momentum. Fast-moving energy. Okay, something's coming fast. We'll see what that something is. Ooh, opportunity to invest, okay? New plan. Something new, something very new. I'm getting something very new. Oh, some of you are going towards a new opportunity in love. The challenge is, are you going to go towards it? Or are you going to let your heart lead? Whatever this is, it's a challenge, okay? Well, you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. Someone might be saying, I'm sorry, okay? We'll see. We'll see what goes deeper on this initial few card reading. Overall, I do see happiness, maybe just a little bit of a hiccup, but we're going to see. There's a lot of, there's a nice balance, but there's quite a few cups on the table, but nothing that hard, okay? And first card is the Citadel. It's a fantasy oracle. I love the imagery. It's pretty abstract, but you can pretty much see that this is the dance of life and the weaving of energies, the dancer, self-expression and strength. This is a card to symbolize that it's time for you to stop worrying about what the world thinks of you, Gemini. All right? Throw it out. Throw that out. It's time to free yourself, okay? And this is about your own personal freedom, okay? As you can see, this weaving of energy, this is your own personal energy spiraling, okay? Signaling to you that it's time for you to embrace yourself for yourself, okay? Sometimes I feel like you get yourself tied up in knots, all right? And it can be, and then you're like, oh, I gotta untie myself here. You know, there's this, one of these beautiful representations of this card is as you dance through life and you truly express yourself, there's this beautiful underpinning of strength and compassion that pours forth, okay? And that there's parts of you that I don't even think, it doesn't matter how old you are, there's parts of you that you haven't even realized yet when it comes down to your strength and your compassion. And the reason for this is that you are going through this profound rebirth in your life, okay? This is a very positive card. It symbolizes the end of one period and the beginning of another, okay? And you could be recently or deciding this week, it is time to release this bad habit, this unhealthy attachment, this struggle, or it could be the end of some sort of vicious cycle that you've been in, and now you're going to rebalance, recalibrate, and enter this period of, okay, let's calm it down, and now let me launch right into something new so I can set my spirit free. And it's you have a bright new beginning going on, Gemini, in your energy, in your frequency. And it's all about your own strength and your own self-expression. Okay, I love the cards that came out for you. I'm feeling guided to go to the Light Seers. Because you're seeing your own light, your own inner light. Look at that, Queen of Cups. You're going towards a deeper feeling and expression of love. Okay? Whatever changes that you've made recently, I think you're starting to open up your heart even more to the beauty and wonder of the world itself. This is deeper. This is deeper. This is your own journey with yourself, with your soul. Really coming back into balance. You are leaving the past behind. The past. I feel like you're closing the door on something that recently ended, and you were rebirthing your life. Ooh, yeah. And it doesn't mean you're not carrying some sorrow for the people that you've had to leave behind. Okay, 5 of Cups is the card of sorrow. King of Swords, the Emperor. Wow. You've made some really logical, wise decisions, okay? This is about how you've matured and how even in loss, you're willing to see the truth of a situation, practicing wisdom, and finding that beautiful power. You got that power. You're reclaiming your power. And that brings a very, very deep level of satisfaction when you do that. When you start making healthy choices, healthy habits, healthy routines, healthy people, because you're removing a way of being, a way of operating, or even the very people, right? That were undermining you and causing you grief, okay? Like the good grief, like the Charlie Brown grief, and the literal grief of the sorrow of loss. But I think it's serving your own empowerment, which is beautiful. The air signs are on this beautiful upswing of rebirth. All of you, all 3 signs are going through a very powerful shift this week in their own expansion, in their awareness of self. It's really quite beautiful. Oh, let's do it. We're going to do it. I think that's 3, actually. Yeah, cool. All right, this is the opportunity for the week to go forward with gusto. And where are you going? You're heading towards the 10 of Cups. Peace, bliss, happiness, harmony, all of the good stuff. Ooh, 2 of Cups. Wow. Okay, I feel like for those of you who are not in a romantic union, or this is marrying the 2 parts of ourselves between shadow and light. Libra had a similar vibe. Like the more you accept the darkness inside of you, right? The shadow aspects of you, which may have come to the surface recently. It's like when you love those parts of yourself that you maybe deem ugly, that you don't want to see. This is your journey of self-realization, but it's also being reflected back in a significant relationship in your life. And it could be with a child. It could be with a family member, a mother, a grandmother. I don't know. I'm getting more of a female maternal energy here, but it could be a male as well. Because we do have the Knight of Swords, which is a more yang, Mars kind of energy. I don't even know why I said Mars, but it's just like this, rah, let's go after it. I think you've been very determined to look deeper than the surface of things in order to find fulfillment and happiness, because that's where it's at, Gemini. No just surface here for Geminis. That's not enough. It's got to be deep. And I love that. This is a deep, rich reservoir of love that is all there for the taking if you will only go seek it out, bring it to you, and enjoy it. I think you've got a lot of love in your life, Gemini. A lot of love. But why is the challenge love? Keeping the heart open is the challenge, right? We can have all the love in the world around us, but if we have a hard time letting that in or surrendering to that love of self, that shadow that I was talking about, it can be hard to really experience being in the moment with that love. If that makes sense. It's been a similar vibe. Yeah. Knight of Swords again. You might have a new situation in love right now for those of you who are single and meeting somebody new. And it's going so fast that it's starting to create seeds of doubt and worries that, wait a minute, this is that tempering that we need, that pacing, which Aquarius had a similar vibe, where if things are moving too fast, it's bringing up triggers in itself. Just, whoa. Movement too fast, impulsivity, especially when it comes to opening our hearts, can be triggering, because you're like, if you're getting like too ahead of yourself. So if you are meeting someone and you're already thinking of wedding bells and you met them a day ago, or that's like, whoa. So this is the pay attention to the red flags kind of energy. It doesn't mean it's a bad opportunity. You have wisdom here and you have empowerment and you know what's going to make you fulfilled and satisfied. You may have to release certain opportunities that you somewhat invest in long enough to go, wait a minute. If you're feeling something's off, it's probably because something's off. Okay, Gemini? So this is about being careful about what you invest in, even if it's a new friend and you're married, happy, all good. This is about calling in new experiences, right? Because you're going through this period of rebirth and you're dancing your way into a deeper state of self-expression. So that involves really speaking up to the people, even when it's hard. Speaking up from the heart, moving forward and honoring self, honoring your energy in it. If you abandon self in your life, you will regret it later because you'll be like, why didn't I listen to my gut? Okay, so I'm just warning you, listen to your gut, trust your instincts, but make sure you take that time to slow it down and hone in on what you're actually thinking and feeling, okay? And not just going along with someone else's wild abandon, okay? I feel like you've got something coming towards you and it's so fast and it's like could be a sweep you off your feet energy, whether it's like this friend that's just like really like excited and you're like doing things with them, or if it's, I just feel like this is a swept away kind of vibe, and so just make sure you stay grounded. Stay grounded with whoever this person is. Near future, the world, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's because I know why you have this mindset. You are leaving an old way of being where you weren't always the first thing we need to do when we go about our days. You're going to come into contact with all kinds of energies, especially the energies that you know that are intimate to you. Doesn't mean it's sexual, just the people who know us on a deeper level, not just the people out in the world that we come into contact with, strangers. This is about honing in on you and how you feel first. Being so in touch with that no matter what you encounter, you know who you are. And you know what you need and how to respond, okay, accordingly. This is about being careful with the momentum, right? The actual materialization beyond a thought, an idea, or a feeling. This is actually something tangible in the real world. Something is happening in your life in the near future. You were moving beyond something and you were coming up with a new plan. You were in a brand new cycle. This is a very powerful force when you wrap up one cycle and you move into another. And I do believe that previous cycle taught you how to tune into your own inner wisdom, your own inner voice, and your own inner empowerment. And until you actually link that, right? And you practice that, going to that first and not just yielding to what other people want of you and need of you, listening to you and you, now you're getting somewhere. That's true stability, because everything coming at you, whether it's big or small, stranger, non-stranger, you are now being guided by your own inner authority, okay? And that is a whole different way of operating, my friends. And you're doing it. You're doing it. And I love this because no matter what is coming at you, you're being guided by an open heart through freedom of self-expression, but ever so cautious. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm seeing you really change in the way you are approaching energies and the way you deal with people. I think that you are so empathic that you're careful, I think, about how you really feel and how expressing that. And I think now you're like, you know what? I've reached a point in my life where I think that you are so in touch with you now, moving forward. I think this is something you're going to carry with you into the next cycle and beyond, of honoring how you feel and think first. And when you do that, you're not yielding and succumbing to someone else's will, their own power, their own wants, their own needs. Check in with yourself first. It's a delight. I think you're making a huge shift. This is your rebirth. You're shifting from not people pleasing. This is more, you're just so good at being there for other people and giving them what they need. This is about receiving happiness too, receiving, really letting it in. And that comes down to really being connected to you and you, if that makes sense. It's this Page of Cups. I'm telling you, you have a new opportunity here to open, but from a completely different perspective. Gemini, I love seeing this. What a beautiful period of growth. King of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Six of Wands. And that, my friends, is what balance is like. What it feels like, what it looks like, what it sounds like. I'm telling you, when you balance the head and the heart, and you live from this place of, it's almost like you're leveling up with being able to freely express. I mean, to live a truly heart-centered life, you have to be so in tune with you that like you're willing to step into the beauty of you. And what you don't see coming is you're doing that. Your willingness to step into the beauty of your own interior domain first. In every encounter you have, in every conversation you have, in every experience you have. When you start doing that and you come from that beautiful balance and that symmetry inside, you start feeling on top of the world. I'm telling you, you're going to feel on top of the world in this new cycle, okay? Wow. Your rebirth is so close at hand, and now you're starting to see like what living in true balance, bliss, harmony, happiness can feel like. It's like you're getting those little, I think you're getting those little like glimpses, and you're like, oh, I want more of that. I want to respond like that now. That I didn't like the way I did respond there. It's like all life is a lesson, and you're going to keep getting practice. So I think you're practicing what it's like to come from a beautiful, logical place, especially in the connections closest to you, where you are empowered to listen to yourself first. Always honoring self. Not giving over your power to other people. And you do it out of love. I know you do it out of love. But this is about holding back, trusting self now. Okay? And that's the challenge. Trusting, what does your heart say? What do your instincts say? What do your thoughts and feelings say? Okay? It's like that pause that happens right in that moment. And you used to bypass that, right? And you just be all concerned about, well, I got to give them what this person wants and needs of me right now. It doesn't matter what I think and feel. It's what they want. No. You're not doing that anymore, Gemini. Nope. And that's true empowerment, my friends. True empowerment. Love it. Love it, Gemini. Great week. Yep, you're taking a stand. You've done a lot of healing work, and you have now graduated beyond a healing phase. I think people have pushed you to this place. It's in the pushing, right? In getting backed into a corner when we start to really grow and change. This is the path of living an authentic life. No more being bound and restricted, right? Holding yourself back. Giving away your power, Gemini. No more. That Seven of Swords just fell on the floor. No more fear. Right? Don't let fear guide you anymore, because you get so in tune with you and you. There's no room for fear. You see it. The fear will get pinged. You'll feel the fear, but then you'll sit and go, I know how to deal with fear, because I trust and honor myself so deeply now that there's nothing to be afraid of. What is it? The only thing to fear is fear itself, right? So true, but so hard to put into practice. Yeah, you've been, oh God, this is so beautiful. God, the air signs are just killing it this week. Of course you've been wounded. Of course it's freaking tiring, right? Trying to become more empowered. And I think that you've had, a lot of you are married, have had a person by your side. This is about having your own voice heard and honoring yourself, and not always yielding to give them what they want just to keep the peace. Okay? You are now graduating into Empress status inside. And you've been planting these seeds for quite a while because of the cycles you've been through with the pain and the wounding that your interactions in life have created. God, you are really empowering yourself. I love it. You're planting these beautiful seeds of growth, and you're starting to see them sprout, and you're like, wow, okay. It's like the healer healing themselves, right? the wounded healer, and recognizing that everything serves a greater good. I love it. What a beautiful message. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will see you in the next one, Gemini. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Keep doing this gorgeous, gorgeous work between you and you. All right? I think you've got some really beautiful new habits, some new routines. You're on a healthy upswing. And when you get really healthy physically and emotionally and spiritually, everything else is so much easier, right? Okay. Take care.